Okay, hi, my name is Naya Papiwala. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Lena Hernandez.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you do?
Okay, I'm a high school teacher. I teach Spanish 2, 3, and 4 AP, and I'm also the ELL chair at our campus at Gonzales High School.
Okay, so what approaches and methods do you like to use when it comes to teaching ELL learners?
Oh gosh. First, once you get to know your kids, you're going to have to try different methods over and over again to see what works for them. You know, I like to use visuals. I like to use hand motions. I like to have my room with stuff. You know, me teaching Spanish, it also helps the English speakers learn Spanish. So I'm always using signs, signals, hand motions, everything, so that they can hear it and they can visualize it, or I'll point, hey, wall by bed, wall,
Yeah.
And so that's how I do it when I'm working with ELL, and also when I'm working in my classroom with those that are trying to learn how to speak Spanish.
Okay, so what do you find is an effective way to teach them?
When I allow them to collaborate,
Working together
working
and stuff.
together, setting limits, hey, that you have this much time and everybody has to participate, and just sharing, and not, and in my classroom, because I have the Spanish language, putting all the native speakers separate, or putting one native speaker in each group, so that that would help, and instead of grouping them all together like that. So that helps. They like projects, hands-on projects.
Okay.
In my class, they love learning culture.
Okay.
So you're putting it all together. And
So what type of ELL learners do you have in your classroom?
well, when I
Considering
teach,
you're in high school.
right,
So.
right. Most of my ELL students are students that have been in the system for a long time.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of them were actually born here in the United States, but their parents
Mainly
were
speak-
immigrants.
yeah.
And so, honestly, at home, that's all they spoke was English, was Spanish, but they've been around the English language a long time. And it's just getting them over the academic part of it.
Yeah.
That's what they struggle with. It's really hard for them. I'm very compassionate for the ELL students.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge that the students go through?
The biggest challenge would be, in my opinion, is the lack of confidence they have in themselves.
Okay.
To understand that, don't listen to the politics out there. Don't listen to the name calling. Concentrate. Know yourself. Know what you can do, both academically and in anything else that you do. They're their worst enemies.
Yeah.
And sometimes wherever their culture's from, like some of them believe, well, hey, I'm 16 and I'm not in a relationship, and I'm not have this, okay, that's good, but wait, you still got this. You have your education. Find a way to go to college. Work for it. Go one class at a time. Pay for your own college. One class at a time, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Don't keep yourself from doing it just because other people say you can't do it.
Yeah. So what is the thing that you enjoy most about teaching ELL learners?
The most thing, I remember my first time teaching it when one of my students, who was in 8th grade according to his age, but was at a kindergarten level, when he finally read for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And understood what he read. And just the joy on his face that says, did I learn how to read?
Yeah.
And it just makes you feel good when they have accomplished something. It makes you feel good to know that, hey, I had a part in that.
Yeah.
So that's what.
So do you have any advice for a future ELL teacher? So I'm going into teaching. I still have a year left. I need to do my student teaching now.
Right.
And so do you have any advice that you can give to me or my fellow classmates?
Well, don't go into teaching if you don't love the kids. Don't go into teaching for the money, because that's
There
the
is no
wrong
money.
reason. That is the wrong reason
Yeah.
to go. And just know that each student is different. Don't start your day on a negative note, because we all have bad days. So do the kids. And just be compassionate, if you don't love it, don't do it.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.